So, what is peer review? Peer review is the process by which psychological research papers before publication are subject to independent scrutiny by other psychologists working in a similar field who consider the research in terms of its validity, significance, and originality. So, why is peer review important? Well, peer review is important to be able to check the validity and make a judgment about credibility of your research that you're assessing. It also allows you to assess the quality and appropriateness of the design and the methodology used in your psychological research paper. It also helps you to ensure that any research published in a well-respected journal has integrity and can be taken seriously. Peer review also allows you to judge the originality of the work and whether it refers to relevant research by other psychologists. And finally, it allows you, after assessment, to send it back to the editor with comments such as to either reject their psychological study or to send them improvements to be able to revise their psychological study, or to tell them that it's completely ready for publication. So, basically, peer review acts as a control mechanism that weeds out poorer research and only allows the best to come out into the public. So, peer review is central to validating new knowledge, and I'm going to recommend you all to read Bad Science by Ben Godica. That's really good way to consolidate all this knowledge on peer review in a real life situation. So yeah, check out Bad Science by Ben Godica. So there are a few problems of validation of peer regarding peer review. One is the failure to detect fraudulent research. So fraudulent research includes fabrication, where the data is completely made up, falsification, where the data does exist but has been altered, and plagiarism, where the work has been completely copied from another researcher. And you've also got bias in peer review, and this is when the reviewer's theoretical review may differ from the manuscript. So, for example, if the reviewer who's reviewing the research study believes that intelligence has a strong genetic component, they may reject research that says it is largely the result of upbringing. So each reviewer has their own personal belief, which might influence their decision when it comes to peer reviewing someone else's work. There's also institution bias, which is a tendency to favor research from prestigious institutions. I'm sure everyone knows of like many research studies which always tend to come out from Oxford or Harvard. There's always something coming from there, but you rarely see research studies coming out from the much more local universities. And also, there's also gender bias in peer review, which is the tendency to favor male researchers over female researchers. And the final problem of validation is the file drawer phenomenon. And this is when peer review tends to favor positive results. So, for example, if there are 10 negative findings sitting in a file drawer, but one positive finding is published, then this distorts our understanding of a topic, because many negative findings are unlikely to be published, whereas positive findings are much more likely to be published.